How do you decide to turn down an opportunity, and even if it's a lifelong dream, when it competes or conflicts with your present goals? I'm talking with actor Vince Canlis. He turned down an opportunity to work with Denzel Washington because he had bigger goals in mind. How do you make those decisions? Let's pick up the conversation in progress. There are those opportunities, you said four of them, that you've had to pass up because of the gig, but this gig has been the steady thing.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I have to talk myself down and going, oh, I get to work with Denzel, son of a, I can't do it. There's a conflict. I got to be in China or wherever, which was the case for that one Denzel thing. I booked it. They said, we're going to shoot in November. A few weeks later, they called and said, hey, we got to move your scene up to like a late October. I go, I'm in China. One day before I get back, they're going to shoot. I go, what if you hold off one extra day and I'll come back early on my dime? I said, no, it's this, films are a huge ordeal. You got tons of people. You're paying for location. They're going to stop the shoot or reschedule for a day player like myself? No, I had to bite my tongue.
Yeah.
I'll snort cocaine on screen on some other movie, which actually was the train.
Really?
Oh yeah. Can you imagine my practicing, my rehearsing? It's not the real deal, of course. No picanha.
Was it flour? What do they use?
A baby powder. Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know. I didn't get to do it. Cornmeal, maybe?
Oh, interesting.
Sure, yeah.
That's interesting. So of the people you've acted with, is there one or two that stand out, either in the way they treated you or Keanu Reeves? Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
And how remember a story about Tom Selleck and how he would treat people at the end of Magnum PI.
Yeah. I did get to work with Cuba Gooding twice. He was very focused. There was one film I did where the casting person warned me after I booked it, hey, the director is also the writer, but he has some severe ADD, so don't get rattled. Yeah. Just so you know. So, okay.
And you've never met anyone with ADD?
No, not at that point. And so I went to New Orleans and we shot it, and I saw Cuba there. We were doing a scene together. Sure enough, the director said, okay, we're going to go ahead and shoot this rehearsal, see how it goes. And then we did, and then he gave me some direction, very specific. I go, got it.
And when they give direction like that, what does that look like? Is it like from both how they do it? I mean, do they get in your face and are spitting and screaming, or do they? Is it like they're standing off to the side going, "Would you mind to do?"
Hey, had both.
Okay.
Yeah. But this fella, he just wanted to see the rehearsal to see how I would approach it, and then he made some adjustments. Like just ignore Cuba when you first go up to the bar and order a drink, because I would glance over there occasionally. I was playing some operative that was going to give some information to Cuba, but yeah, I would eyeball him for probably more than the director wanted. So, okay, he gave that direction, and I can't remember what else, some simple things. So I did it, as far as I'm concerned, exactly what he wanted, but he came a little bit screamy, spitty, and I'm going, that's exactly what you said for me to do, and now you're saying you wanted me to do it differently. Looked at Cuba to see if he would offer any, like, yeah, you did it. No, but he was focused on doing his character. He was staying in character. And I looked at the crew. They were used to this kind of behavior. And
so you read the room.
Yeah, I read the room. I go, I'll just do it as he asked this time. And hopefully he remembers.
Yeah.
So Cuba was focused because he went through the same thing, a few takes when it was his turn to be on the close, but he just took it in stride. He'd do it the way the director said. The director changed what he...
It was more vehemence, it sounds like.
Yeah, well, Cuba's the star, so he's not going to be
as
vehement and shouty as much to him. But you just got to roll with it. You're the newbie. You're jumping on this carousel that's been turning already, this film production. Everybody knows each other. You're the new one. You just jump on there and try to hang on. Give your best ride.
So how do you do that? And well, how do you both maintain confidence and humility? Because not to take personal umbrage, because you're doing a creative thing, you're trying your best, and then someone getting up your grill and dressing you down. So it would look like a person might either, come back at them. Now you probably wouldn't do that because you know that that'd be the last time that happened.
Yeah.
But also not to just sort of wilt inside because, man, I put my best out there and he just stomped on it. So what gives you that ability? Because in that moment, you can't come back weak because I'm sure that's not what they would want.
No, but thankfully, that casting director warned me. If I didn't know that,
yeah,
I might take umbrage. Sir, why are you disrespecting me like that?
Yeah. So it was that foreknowledge.
Yeah.
That gave you contextualize what that person was doing.
Absolutely. I didn't take it personal. I just said, okay, let's direction into it and just give it a different. You really got to have the fortitude because there's stress. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of money at stake. When they choose you, that's a big decision. Yeah, he's a minor character, but there's a lot of money. You want to move the scene along. That's if you get cut, maybe you're not moving the scene along. It's running too long. Where can we cut? If you're not doing a good enough job or it's not compelling, and a lot of times it could be compelling, but the scene's not. I do my best work on the cutting room floor. I wish I could sweep up the cutting room floor because that demo reel would be fantastic.
Yeah, essentially there's a push-pull between doing something and doing it with this verve, this confidence, but then also having the flexibility to read in a totally different. That sort of flexibility. What is it? Speaking of flexibility, ever since I've known you, you've been in great shape. What is it? Is being in great shape who you are, or do you do that particularly to be as an actor because that's what actors got to be?
No, since early high school, I've always liked to work out. Was kind of enthralled by the film Pumping Iron with Schwarzenegger and all those bodybuilders.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough, my first job as a 16-year-old was to work at a Nautilus fitness center when that piece of gear first broke out with that shell cam pulley system. I worked at a gym that brand new equipment. The owner was a natural bodybuilder, Mr. Western North Carolina, Harris Turley. Shout out to Harris. He's still alive.